Hey guys, so welcome to episode number 1 of Coach's Corner, where every week one of your coaches is going to bring you a 5-minute or less video with some area of interest or expertise or something that you can work on, something that's going to help you guys perform better, move better, think better, feel better, generally just be better across all different topics and subject matters. So, session number 1 today is with me, and I'm talking about hand care. So I'm just going to show you a quick demonstration. I'm going to try to figure out how to set up my camera and just talk a little bit about how to maintain your hands. Now that we're doing a little bit more high volume rig work, we got to make sure that you guys don't tear, or if you do tear, how we take care of that. But really it's about prevention in the first place. So I'm going to turn my camera around and I'm going to talk to you, actually I might leave it like this. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we keep our calluses in check. So if I just put you down here, thinking about our hands, right? CrossFitter hands, mine are getting there again, which is all very exciting, but we typically have a few hot spots. You get nice, thick calluses around here. Some people get them up here too. Typically, that's where they start to form, and you can tell that you've got a really thick callus because if you feel, it's just like a hard lump. Okay, lighting in here isn't amazing, but you kind of get the point. And you'll look at your hands and be like, yes, CrossFit hands. And then after you have torn, they tend to look a bit minging for a while anyway. So what we want to do is get some sort of callus shaving tool. So this bad boy is probably the best one I've ever had, to be honest. It's from the 99p store. It's actually meant for feet, but calluses are the same no matter where they are on your body. So it honestly doesn't matter. You could buy a pet egg. You could buy I can't remember what they're called. It's like a little tube with sandpaper on it. But essentially you want something that can grate down or shave down that hard skin on your hands so that it doesn't build up, because that's what ends up tearing. So if that gets too thick, then what will happen is as you're doing high volume work on the rig, the callus will literally just rip off. Okay, and it'll take a huge chunk of skin with it. So what you want to do is shave them down. The minute you notice that they're getting thick, or if you can feel them, they're really lumpy, you want to shave them right down. Not so low that it's really sensitive baby new skin, but you got to make sure that you keep them in check. So when you feel that, you'll notice that there's still a little bit of a hard spot, but it's not raised and it's not thick anymore. This is not something to do in front of your significant other if they don't do CrossFit, because they will probably kick you out of the house or call you disgusting. And also it's not something to do on the gym floor, because your skin will get everywhere and that's also disgusting. So any spot on your hand where you've got that area of thick skin, you want to just have a good work on of that, and then you want to moisturize. Okay, so keep them nice and moisturized. You can see that I was working on that one right there, and that's nice and soft now, and it doesn't raise up too much out of my hand. Moisturizing every day is important, especially if you're using chalk, because it makes your hands more dry and they'll be more susceptible to cracking. And then if you do tear your hand, my number 1 top tip, if you've got a little flap of skin and it's really red raw underneath, if you haven't been with me coaching when that's happened yet, then what we want to do is super glue that bad boy back down so that you've got some healing time. So we only super glue, right? So if you had a little flap there, we just put super glue over the top, not underneath it. We don't want to glue it back on like we're doing arts and crafts. Glue over the top just to seal that flap down, because it'll give you a couple of days of healing time so it's not red raw, and you'll be able to do things like wash your hair and hold things and also train again. If you're not sure about how to do that, then just come and see me anytime when I've got super glue and bits and pieces here. And if you question my sanity on that one, go ahead and drop me a message or talk to me in person and I'll explain all about it. But it's a great tactic. It will help you to continue training. It will help you to heal faster, which is what we want on a bad hand tear. But really we want to avoid them in the first place, which is where this bad boy comes into play, but also keeping your hands moisturized as best you can. So hopefully that's helpful. If you don't have one of these, get one, order one on Amazon. You want a callus remover, pumice stone, they're called all sorts of things. There's hundreds of them out there. This one's from the 99p store, cheap as chips, and it works great. So any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope that was helpful, and see you guys in class.